ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वविघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् पुराणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त श्रीमद्भागवत आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादृषिभ्यो वैशम्पायनादृषिभ्यो अत्रियादृषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो मत्स्यादिवतारेभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय ग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रह देवताभ्यो मातापितृदेवताभ्यो आद्यशंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कंधः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ षड्विंशोऽध्यायः। ऐल गीतम्। श्री भगवानुवाच। Chant the entire chapter. Om Mallakshanamimam Kayam Labdva Madharma Sthitah Anandam Paramatmanam Atmastham Samupaiti Mam Gunamaya Jivayonya Vimukto Jnana Nishtaya Guneshu Maya Matreshu Drushyamaneshu Avastudah Vartamano Pinapuman युज्यते वस्तुभिर्गुणैः संगम न कुर्याद सतां शिष्णोदरत्रुपां क्वचित् तस्यानुगस्तमस्यन्धे पतत्यन्धानुगान्धवत् ऐलः सम्राणिमां गाथाम् अगायत बृहत् श्रवाः ऊर्वशी विरहान् मुह्यन् निर्विण्णः शोकसंयमे त्यक्त्वात्मानं व्रजन्तीं तां नग्न उन्मत्तवन् नृपः विलपन् अन्वगात जाये घोरे तिष्ठेति विक्लबः कामान् तृप्तोऽनुजुषन् क्षुल्लकान् वर्षयामिनेः न वेदयान्तेर्नायान्तैः ऊर्वश्याकृष्टचेतनः ऐलौवाच अहो मे मोहविस्तारः कामकश्मलचेतसः देव्या गृहीतकण्ठस्य वायुः खण्डा नायुः खण्डा इमे स्मृताः नाहं वेदाभिनिर्मुक्तः सूर्यो वाभ्युदितो मुया मुषितो वर्षपूगानां बताः निगतान्युत अहो मे आत्मसम्मोहः येनात्मा योषितां कृतः क्रीडामृगश्चक्रवर्ती नरदेवशिखामणिः सपरिच्छदमात्मानं हित्वा तृणम् इव ईश्वरं यान्तीं स्त्रियं चान्वगमं नग्न उन्मत्तवद्रुदन् कुतस्तस्यानुभावः स्यात् तेज ईशत्वमेव वा योऽन्वगच्छन् स्त्रियं यान्तीं खरवत् पादताडितः किं विद्यया किं तपसा किं त्यागेन श्रुतेन वा किं विविक्तेन मौनेन स्त्रीभिर्यस्य मनोहृतं स्वार्थस्या कोविदं धिङ्मां मूर्खं पण्डितमानिनं योऽहमीश्वरतां प्राप्य स्त्रीभिर्गोखरवज्जितः सेवतो वर्षपूगान्मे ऊर्वश्याधर अधरासृपम् न तृप्यत्यात्मभूः कामः वह्निराहुतिभिर्यथा पुंशल्यापहृतं चित्तं कोन्वन्यो मोचितुं प्रभुः आत्मा रामेश्वरमरुते भगवन्तम् अधोक्षजं बोधितस्यापि देव्या मे सूक्तवाक्येन दुर्मतेः मनोगतो महामोहः नापयति अजितात्मनः किमेतया नोपकृतं रज्ज्वा सर्पचेतसः रज्जुः स्वरूपा विदुषः योऽहं यत् अजितेन्द्रियः क्वायं मलीमसः कायः दौर्गन्ध्याद्यात्मको अशुचिः क्व गुणाः सौमनस्याद्याः यध्यासो अविद्यया कृतः पित्रोः किं स्वनुभार्यायाः स्वामिनोऽग्नेः स्वगृध्रयोः किमात्मनः किं सुहृदाम इति मां इति यो नावसीयते तस्मिन् कळेवरे मेध्ये तुच्छनिष्ठे विसज्जते अहो सुभद्रं सुनसं सुस्मितं च मुखं स्त्रियाः त्वं मां सरुधिरस्नायो मेदो मज्जास्ति संहतौ विण्मोत्रपूये रमतां कृमीणां कियदन्तरम् अथापि नोपसज्जेत स्त्रीषु स्त्रैणेषु चार्थविदु विषयेन्द्रियसंयोगात् मनः क्षुभ्यति नान्यथा अदृष्टादश्रुतात् भावात् न भाव उपजायते असंप्रयुञ्जतः प्राणान् शाम्यति स्तिमितं मनः तस्मात् संगो न कर्तव्यः स्त्रीषु स्त्रैणेषु चेन्द्रियैः विदुषां चापि अविस्रब्धः षड्वर्गः किमु मादृशाम् श्रीभगवानुवाच एवं प्रगायन् नृपदेवदेवः स ऊर्वशीलोकमथो विहाय आत्मानमात्मनि अवगम्य मां वै उपारमज्ञानविधूतमोहः ततो दुःसङ्गमोत्सृज्य सत्सु सज्जेत बुद्धिमान् सन्त एतस्य छिन्दन्ति मनोव्यासङ्गमुक्तिभिः सन्तो नपेक्षामच्चित्ताः प्रशान्ताः समदर्शिनः निर्ममा निरहङ्काराः निर्द्वन्द्वा निष्परिग्रहाः तेषु नित्यं महाभागेषु मत्कथाः सम्भवन्ति हितान् नॄणां जुषतां प्रपुनन्त्यघं ताये शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति ह्यनिमोदन्ति चाद्रुदाः मत्पराः श्रद्धानाश्च भक्तिं विन्दन्ति ते मयि भक्तिं लब्धवतः साधोः किमन्यदवशिष्यते मयि अनन्तगुणे ब्रह्मणि आनन्दानुभवात्मनि यथोपश्रयमाणस्य भगवन्तं विभावसुं शीतं भयं तमोप्येति साधून् संसेवतस्तथा निमज्जोन्मज्जतां घोरे भवाब्धौ परमायनं सन्तो ब्रह्मविदः शान्ताः नौर्दृढे वाप्सुमज्जताम् अन्नं हि प्राणिनां प्राणः आर्तानां शरणं त्वहं धर्मो वित्तं नृणां प्रेत्य सन्तोर्वाग्विभृतोर्णं सन्तो दिशन्ति चक्षुंषि बहिरर्कः समुत्थितः देवता बान्धवाः सन्तः सन्त आत्माहमेव च द्वैतसेनस्ततोऽप्येवम् उर्वश्यालोकनिःस्पृहः मुक्तसङ्गो महीमेताम् आत्मा रामश्चचारः इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे षड्विंशोऽध्यायः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Suta Sharanam Mama, Shri Shukadeva Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Narada Sharanam Mama, Shri Kumara Sharanam Mama, Shri Brahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Vishnu Sharanam Mama, Shri Parabrahma Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Krupatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Swarge Satye Cha Kailase Vaikunte Nastyayam Rasaha Atah Pibantu Sadbhagyaha Mama Munchada Karhichita Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha Srimad-Bhagavata Mahapuranam Ekadasha Skandha Muktir Hitvanyathārūpam Swarupena Vyavastitihi Atha Shadvimshodhyayah Shri Bhagavanuvāca. Salutations to all Guru Parampara, Bhagavata Acharya Parampara, our own Gurudeva Parampara, all the avatars, bhaktas of Bhagavat Mahapurana. Vishesha salutations to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Uddhava, Vedavyasa Bhagavan, Naradji, Shukadevji and Parikshitji, who have made the Shastra available to us. Study of Shastra through the Satsanga under guidance of enabled Guru or Acharya is an opportunity occasion we give to ourselves to rethink what we are living the life. Is it going to fetch us what we want in the expected required quality and quantity, or on the name of giving us what we want, is it taking away what do we have already? And also the satsanga of the Shastra will also give us an idea as to is that all we can do and achieve, or are there, or is there anything something greater or higher? It is only the Shastra, because in the Shastra only the great, grand, glorious people experience the ultimate and have codified or given to us their experiences in some places in the form of stories, some place in the form of mantras, some place in the form of some, let's say, slokas. In whatever they gave the experience. If we don't study Shastras under the guidance of Guru, what we live alone, we think ultimate. Or we get misguided by the Ashastris, who again tell us what they are living alone as ultimate, because they also never studied Shastra. Thus, like Andhenaiva Niyamana Yatanthaha, that possibility is 2000% is there if the Shastra Adhyanam is not done, which we are seeing from last couple of years. Now, when we are studying, now we have talked about the people who are blind leading the blind, blind following the blind by not studying Shastra at all. They anyway will be too much worldly and samsari. अब वो स्थिति हमारा पार हो गया. We have come to the study of Shastra in the Satsanga. But we also, is it sufficient for us to get the information and stop there? Or should we pierce through the teaching of these Shastras to find out the correctness of them, the genuineness of them? After which alone after our inquiry about their correctness and genuineness alone, that they will be convincingly understood, accepted by us that they are genuine and correct. After that only there'll be readiness, willingness, inclination to mold our life from the earlier way of living to the newly discovered way of spiritual living. This second thing we have to do now. First step we crossed. Ek manzil ho gaya. Pehli manzil. First floor we have conquered of rising above from not studying Shastras and entering into the Shastra Adhyayana Sthiti we have come. It's a very great achievement because you got a support now to continuously guide what is right, wrong, what is to do, not to do, etc. At least there's a guidance. Guidance availability is different. Taking the guidance is different. It is available to us because we are coming to the class. For others, it's not even available because throughout life they live only the Ashastriya Marga of whatever their mind is saying are equally worldly people who say around. But now we have the Krishna's teaching, the Vyasa's teaching, the teachings of all the rishis of the Upanishads as parameters for think and understand what is to be done, what is to be achieved. Okay, first step is over. But second one also, it is we have to use our intellection deeply and come to the understanding that what is said in Shastra is correct and it's genuine. There's no jhoot in that. Because on the strength of faith, we just believe, but don't practice. That also will not help us. Practice, but there is no belief. That also will not allow us to continuously do. What is required in spiritual sadhana is continuous practice till the goal is reached. If continuously practiced, goal is reached. There's no doubt at all. But how to practice continuously? Only when there is a conviction, only when there is a faith. Then only we don't give it up. Many of us don't start even after studying. Some of us start, but after going to some distance, we back out for a million reasons. And those few genius only will continue in spite of all inner and outer obstacles on the path and reach. What is that which is making them go and not others? Because they have used their own intellect. Is it not? On what is taught by the Guru or Shastra and came to their own faithful arrival that what is said is genuine, what is correct. And what the Shastra say, what you are searching is in you, within you, as you. It is never outside. And what also they say about the outer world is it is all mithya maya imaginary. It is appearing solid, appearing real, appearing to give us or promising us to give us so many things, but it is not so. Please remember. These two, we have to come to our conviction. First, with little faith, we come and listen. Later on, it should become our conviction with our understanding, and that understanding will be reinforced with the practice and experience at every stage, even at the Viveka level. Even when the Viveka arises in us, then we know what to involve in, not to involve in. That itself gives lot of relief. Else, what to do is not done, what is not to be done is done. Two ways we are suffering, both ways. That Viveka tells us. Grossest Viveka I am telling about, even about Bhojanam. क्या खाना क्या नहीं खाने का खाया खाने का नहीं खाया. All the time throughout the life there is a disease in the body. What a funny stupidness ours. From there onwards, Vairagya. When we keep the things away and see the peace in the mind. How beautiful. So to the Yama, Niyama, or Shama, Dhamma, each of the things we can little practice and get to the stronger conviction of what is said by the Guru and Shastras is right. With that faith, further we do. We have to be in the next stage now. And where that next stage should lead us to the third stage, that in our life, other than pursuing what is said in the Shastra, For the goal also indicated by the Shastra, we are not anymore getting deluded by, misguided by anybody saying when they say anything other than Paramatma as the goal. पूरा छूट जाना चाहिए हमारे जिंदगी से. And the same path indicated by Shastra of sadhana alone we pursue. Like the people at the age of 17, 20 get addicted to smoking drink. Throughout life they continue and the lifespan is reduced, they die early. There's one addicted fellows, fools. Some are there who, by the counseling of the friends or relatives or wife, even children, one day they decide not to again smoke or drink. They give up once for all, and they now see the self confidence in them for giving up those negative paths, and also the health that is gained, self respect that is gained. छोड़ दिया उसने, जो नहीं छोड़ा गया, जो छोड़ा उसको अच्छा. Two examples we gave, like that so many. When come to spirituality, entire life of samsara itself, it's a addiction like a smoking drink only, that is totally to be given up to take up the path only of spirituality. That is the third stage we have to reach to, from the second stage of increasing our faith by practicing what we were convinced about after listening from the Guru and thinking about it. तो सुना, सोचा, समझे, प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, फेथ बढ़ रहा है. ये स्टेज में अब हम हैं. हर्ड, थॉट, अंडरस्टूड, प्रैक्टिसिंग, faith is increasing. All this to be done, if you are doing, if you have to do, this only should lead to the third level. Second level में आए हम, खत्म नहीं हुआ अभी. We are at the level of listening. We have to come to the second level of thinking and getting clear understanding, doubtless understanding in us about what they said is right. Then we have to practice. Like I keep on shouting at you, chant the mantras this many times, that many times. What Swamiji nonsense he goes on saying like that, he has nothing to do, and we are unfortunate to be with him. With this attitude unsaid, but that is the only attitude you have. You never even think about it. Then you will never convince or understand that why it is said. Then, if it is not understood or convinced or accepted, why do you practice? Without practicing, how can the understanding or conviction grows? Only after that, every day you will spend 1-2 hours only in chanting. Then you will see which is the Upanishad, which is the Bhagavad Puranam, which is Ramayana, or which is Bhagavad Gita Adi, that they will not become familiar to us, that we will not master them, which is the Veda mantras will not come to us. Everything becomes at your own fingertips. That way, 2 hours, 1 hour per day, keep on chanting. After that, wherever you are, you have the sufficient stuff for you to think, contemplate. Easy in the class also when the Guru speaks to understand, because you already become familiar with those mantras, with your everyday chanting. But that joy you will never enjoy, because that 3 hour, 2 hours practice is not there at all, because the conviction is not there, because you have never practiced, because it was not faithful, accepted or understood what is said is genuine, because the second step is not at all done, called as what is said, why he is saying, is it true, is it genuine, will it help me or not. First one, only hearing level we are better than those who don't hear. So the only better thing in us is we listen, they don't listen. That's the only thing. But come to the all steps in the second step. Not only about that chanting, but any other sadhana. When we talk about do the Chanda Samarshava Rupa itne bar, yeah, do every day little japa, or if it's important that our day should definitely start early morning with the upasana for half an hour and surrendering to that Lord, taking the Lord's order as Lord's words as order and advice, that we conduct the whole day, evening come and put in front of Him, oh Lord, with this permission, your permission, these are the things I have done. This was success, this was non-success. All at your feet. If you provide me another day, I'll try my best. This is said. How many times said? Like that about the meditation, about the Guru Seva. Any number of things by we listen from any of the Acharya in our class. Only at the listening level, say we have to come to the second level, which has got these 4 5 steps which leads to the third level, तीसरी मंजिल, third floor, wherein everything is effortlessly discarded from our life as the goal as well as means, other than wanting to know Paramatma, doing sadhana. बाकी सब अपने आप छूट गया और थोड़ा मेहनत करके जो छोड़ना था वो भी हम छोड़ पा रहे. Then after that we putting our efforts only for sadhana, the real tests start. Of again the doubts, of again so many of inner agitations, all the past prarabdhas, so many will. But remember, the person who is not convinced, little of obstacles come, he gives up. Little of temptations come, he gives up. But the one who has reached the third level means the convinced person. He also will have problems, troubles like the earlier one. That difference between him is he will not give up. That is the only thing which help him. Let prarabdha be one track. Our purushartha of what we convinced about sadhana to reach the goal be on another track. It should go on. You are doing that. Therefore, in spite of your outer prarabdhas, inner prarabdhas, problems imposed by others, many a times disliking towards me, even worrying about the Shastra, these are all the mental moods. They come not only to you and me, everybody. Same sort of problems come to you and me, many, many more also. But some of them they ran away, some of you become irregular, but there are 3 or 4 genuine who are not giving up at all. In spite of all the odds, they are the only ones who will reach out. That they are being observed by the Guru Parampara, observed by the divinity there. The marks given to us is not on the basis of how intelligent we are or how much we are mugging up or studying. That is secondary. वो सब भगवान चाहे तो एक संकल्प में दे देते हैं. What they give marks on is how we are innocent and honest enough to be regular and consistent in spite of anything that is happening outside as well as in the mind as reaction or projection. इस सबको साइड पर रखकर फिर भी जो लगातार तार लगा के आते रहते हैं, सुनते रहे, दैट इज व्हाट इज सीन. They are the ones who deserve. This is the fourth step wherein obstacles we left later on, they themselves stopped coming. The journey is so smooth. And what is the smoothestness of journey? Entire day is fully commanded by us. In that every moment is fully planned. And in every moment, nothing but becoming qualified and doing and reaching the goal. Whether we are doing some sadhanas to get qualified, after doing them, doing the sadhana itself, then nearing to the truth. Every moment of the day, effortlessly, only this alone is done. That's the fourth stage where more than our effort, His grace, because we deserved it, because of the third step that we reach. The sign of those people are health is good, mind is calm and quiet. Nobody, not only are disturbing, troubling, or blaming us, but nobody's even little negative thought also is touching us. That was strongest kavacha Lord puts around for our sadhana. Nobody dare, because more than gross disturbances, the subtle disturbances from other people that trouble us at the subtle level, which we can't recognize them. पता ही नहीं चलता मैं क्यों डिस्टर्ब हूँ, बिकॉज somebody thought negative about you. You deserve it because you did some wrong thing for them. चौथे स्थिति में ना is a smooth sailing of sadhana. All the time there is a willingness to meditate. All the time there is a convenience to meditate. All the time there is an attempt to meditate. All the time the reaching of the heights in the seat of meditation, on the seat of meditation. बैठकर ओम नमो नारायण ओम कह दिया 10 बार. So beautifully the heart has got molded into the Narayana Rupa. You at the feet of Narayana doing all your upasana, and Narayana is blessing you. And you can even feel that the I is merging in Narayana. अब दिल कहाँ है ये भी नहीं मिलता. अब सोच के देखो एक बार आंख करके, वेयर इज योर दिल. You can't even reach to what is the meaning of heart. That much chanchala is the mana. If you try forcefully, it sleeps out of tiredness. If you attack it with your other willpower and conviction, he says, Mere paas bhi talwar hai, it brings out all the forces of kama, krodha, which are ready inside only to wait for the orders. जो करता है साधना इन सब इनको पता चलते हैं सारे. But at the fourth stage, when we have made the Lord happy with all our the conquering of the three stages, in which upasana, prarthana are very important, along with our genuineness. You know, the upasana, when I say at this stage, not only the Ashtotaras or the Abhisheka, but totally convinced about what our Guru God said and fully with faith following what they say. That's the real upasana. At that level, the unseen blessings of the Lord keep on protecting us. We will not even know how these beautiful conveniences are happening. And at that stage, I tell you, the highest of the problem or the danger or risk or crisis is molded into the highest of the blessings. Both Parikshit and Arjuna are the examples for them. For both of them, the highest of the problem of life came of the problem of life and death only. Parikshit ji ko to life to thi nahi, death hai, death warrant was given to him. Arjuna had at least a chance either to run away or take a chance to fight and try to kill the enemies. But सबसे बड़ा जिंदगी का जो प्रॉब्लम होता है वो मरण का ही है ना. दोनों को वही हुआ. But both of them become so wonderful that situation they molded to highest blessings. Remember, not only for them, but everyone in the future. How both of them, one surrendered to God and Guru, another surrendered to Guru and God. Arjuna surrendered to the God. That's how he selected Krishna. Then he accepted him as Guru on the battlefield. Then the huge problem called battlefield has become the source of highest wisdom of essence of all Upanishads in the form of Gita. So to the Parikshit, he selected the Guru called Shukadevji. He brought not one or two, all the 24 avatars of the God, including Lord Shiva, Ityadi, others also, in front of disciple. Then he also was given Mukti, and his that lesson also called Bhagavatam, which we are studying, has become blessing to millions and millions and millions of sadhakas till now. This is the grace of God, wherein the biggest problem also we can make as a biggest blessing. That's what Pururava also does in the story today. His problem also was both outer and inner. Later on, it is understood it is not outer, it is inner, because we already said, seen Nayam Manushya me Sukadukha Hetu ho, na Devatatma Graha Karma Kalaha, Manah Param Karanamananti, Samsara Chakram Parivartayad Yata. Already we heard in the Bhikshu Gita. So, what is the introduction today? Lamba Chauda. Unfortunate are the ones who are not giving or taking a chance of listening to Shastra, which can help us to reassess what life we are living is great, good, ultimate, or worst. Is it right usage or misuse? And those who are listening, at least they are giving a chance to themselves. Then it is not enough. We have to use our intellect to find the correctness and genuineness of what Guru and Shastra is saying is right or not. Then attempt, practice. Then with every practice, definitely because it is correct, it is going to give that benefit, some benefit. That benefit should make us convinced. This listening, assessing, getting understood or convinced, practicing. Again, listening. This goes on for few lives. Thereafter comes the third stage of nothing other than this goal and this path. After that, for some time, with our own effort, we do. The fourth stage comes where we are now in the zone of Paramatma's Krupa. He creates such a protecting shield around that even in our prarabdha, worst things are there, we'll be able to mold them for the best of the blessings. If at all there. If not, it's a red carpet treatment. Just like in the Yagnayaga, Ehi Ehi iti Ahudayah. Is it not that all the ahutis, the Kali Karali, welcome this yajna karne wale vyakti ko into the Swarga because he has performed the yajna with so much. That was Dravya yajna. So to the one who is doing Jnana yajna, him also is welcomed by that Brahma Tattva only. Come, come, I am revealing myself to you. You are me. That is the meaning of Yame Vaisha Vurunute Tena Labhyaha Tasya Esha Atma Vivurunute Tanum Swam, which is said in Upanishad. So let us aim at the second target. Third, fourth, and the fifth one is revelation. Revelation, revealing, then revelation. It is revealed to us what we are, what world is, what Paramatma. It is revealed that they are all one, imagined as three under ignorance. One that a revealing happens, then the reveling in that one. That's called Mukta Sthiti. That's how Shastra study, if we really have time, patience given, takes us from this useless bondage life to the liberated level. Naibada Shastra, so there's no parameter, there's no guidance, there's no chance for regular reference. More important, the Guru is Shastra. Shastra we can't understand, therefore Guru. After studying from Guru for few years, Guru will speak to us through the Shastra, and Guru cannot be all the time there with us. He will die one day physically. हार्ट में वो हमेशा रहते हैं. Remembering that Guru, we can study. Clear? All this clarity should come. Now in this chapter 26, where Aila Upakyanam, then Bhagavan Sri Krishna's teachings about the Sant Mahima, Satsanga Mahima. Great chapter it is. And in this chapter, the first portion, the Aila Upakyanam, I believe at every step, we can relate that story happening in our own life, one or the other occasion. Definitely had happened. If not, it is going to happen. To everyone, it will happen. It has so many things to convey. If we really are serious, sincere, to deeply take up every shloka and its literal meaning and try to understand it from all the corners or the angles. And it's a very good revelation. I don't think in any other context or text or any portion that much of a data and inspiration is given to rethink, re-understand, reassess, and reinstate in us the faith for the ultimate and restart the journey. बढ़िया सा ये genuine chapter है. Now we have seen first, second, third shloka yesterday. अथ षड्विंशोऽध्यायः श्रीभगवानुवाच. First thing is the knowing, the clear picture. What was that yesterday we saw? Mallakshanamimam kayam labdva. With so many lives of punya, etc., having obtained Mallakshanamimam kayam, that Sharira Manava, which is fit for knowing the Lord, reaching the Lord. And in this also, the unspecified, some specificities we will understand. What are they? Again, everyone who is born as human cannot be again be fit for spiritual sadhana, though instruments are there. As I told yesterday, if somebody is born in a tribal area, he is like an animal only. He will live entire life only to hunt the animals, eat and die. Human only. So too in the places of rank materialism, so many human beings are there in the entire that Western world and all those sites. They are human only, but then they have the potentiality, but they don't have occasion around. This explanation or discrimination is being done only to say that we are better placed, therefore this shloka is more applicable to you and I. Who you and I who are born in India, Bharata Mata, where every, as I told you other day, micrometer of the earth is being walked by one or the other avatar or the guru or the saint or sage, and their kripa, their vibrations are so powerful. Throughout the period of history, all the time in this Bharata Varsha, there are saints and sages always available who have realized, who are just about to realize, to guide the whole world. Clear? Third one is what? Being born here itself is a great asset Because whoever are born in Bharatavarsha, they will naturally have inclination to the Adhyatmikata because of the water, the earth, the variety of the winds here that are there. It's only because misguided by the other non-positive materialistic culture that we are that way troubled. Otherwise, every Indian, every born Hindu is a born spiritual person. We are all born spiritual, born Vedanti. That is a beauty to be born here because only such jivas are given birth in Bharatavarsha. Whether he is talking out or not, whether he is practicing it or not, सारे लोगों को कुछ ना कुछ भगवान के प्रति भक्ति ऐसा है. Except the coming generations now, because they are losing the entire touch, and their parents also are of that sort. Why sound is not coming in YouTube? You check it. Amma, last time also you said so. You also just log off and log in once. Maybe try kar. I'll also try. See, in my thing it is coming. Sound. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hmm. Om Om Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. See, in my thing it is coming. Om 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 Om. Sound. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Mhm. नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण Lakshmi Narayana. So, why so much of discussion is done? Ki at least once, if we can discuss in this way, it will be highly beneficial. What's the point under discussion? What Bhagavan in general told is whoever gets human life, that is worthy or fit instrument to know him. Specifically, what we are adding to that is even though born as human, so many people in the world, surface of the globe, though born as human, are born at different lower levels. Compared to them, we are better placed. Bhagavan Krishna will not say that, oh Indians, oh Hindus, you are better placed. Because in Bhagavan's time, there is a Hindu or non-Hindu. Sab ek hi the. We have to add to ourselves that we are born in this Bharata Varsha where everywhere there is spiritual winds. Any direction you see, there are temples, there are Mahatmas, there is something going on. The more vigorous the materialism is becoming, the more stronger are the spiritual also happening. That is the beauty only in our Bharata Varsha. Bhagavan's Krupa. So much. More saints, more sages. See, more TV channels, more the speakers on spirituality. More are the sources. Kitna. You just by mistake once put on either in Google or in YouTube some spiritual thing. You will see millions related to that. At this very moment, thousands of Mahatmas are speaking on so many topics. There are kirtans are going on, the bhajans are going on, there are continuous upasanas, pujas are going on. ये कहते हैं सुबह की पूजा जब आप देखो there will be 10 channels where the evening the Ganga Aarti is there. There is Kedarnath Darshan is there. There is Dwaraka Darshan is there. There is Badrinath Darshan is there. Every day. You may not know it, but it is all there. Every one of them are doing under the prompting of Lord, whether they know it or not, whether even if they have their own selfish motive in them, knowingly or unknowingly, but basically it is Paramatma's Krupa available in Bharatavarsha. You just get up by mistake again little early, 5:36. Look around, somebody is playing some Suprabhatam. Somebody is playing some bhajan kirtan. Somebody is playing some Omkar. Though misguidance also going on, okay. So Mallakshanamimam Kayam Labdva is directly addressed specifically to you and me. And some more additions to us are what? We are born to such great parents that they gave us some wonderful spiritual samskaras. And I don't say that it is our punya, etc. More than that, it is Krupa of Gurudev only that he looked at us and blessed that we have come onto this path. More specific, I am talking about V1012. About others बोल दिया, अब कितना बोले उनके बारे में अपने लिए. For us तो this her sentence is 100% पक्का. Mal lakshnam imam kayam labdva. Having gained this body in which there is a capacity to know the Lord. Here the imam kayam labdva is not only the body but the total opportunity. We have financial position sound. Health is not so worse that we are on the bed or wheelchair or unconscious or coma. इतना तो है थोड़ा. We don't have so many legal problems, so many domestic problems. That much होंगे जरूर थोड़ा सा. थोड़ा तो नहीं है तो आप वैराग इधर आओगे नहीं, फिर उधर ही चले जाएंगे. These छोटे छोटे मिर्च मसाला are to push us towards spirituality. If all your bahus and daughter, everybody love you and do मैं तो आरती तुम्हारी उतारूंगी, why will you come to उतारो भगवान कृष्ण से आरती? खुद का ही आरती हो रहा है. वह आरती थोड़ा होता है तभी जाकर हे भगवान बचाओ करके यू कम. They are the little final pushes. And a day will come when you realize that it is because of them that you came to class. And you thank them in the mind. Don't go and do puja. ऐसे ससुर जी आपने मैंने आपको इतना दुख दिया इसलिए आप मेरे को थैंक यू कर रहे हो. आई विल डू इट मोर एंड मोर दे डू इट. डोंट डू. But in the mind, you can convey. But the point is not that. It is more applicable to us. Mallakshanamyam kayam labdva. Have you come to that point? And how long this will be? Say 10-15 years ऐसा मानो. बियॉन्ड दैट भगवान जाने. बट 10 साल 15 साल तो हमारा क्रूशियल पीरियड. 20-22 से लेकर 20-40 तक मैक्स. इतने में क्या करना है जो करो. That's how we should feel. And also we should protect our body with all the exercise, yoga, right food, making everything so wonderful. Praying, no, that शरीरम में विचर्षणम जिह्वा में मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्याम भूरि विश्रुवम. सुबह का शाम का सेम टॉपिक देखो. This is clear. Mallakshnamimam kayam labdva. One more thing added therefore, definitely, which is already said without saying, this kayam now should not be misused for any bhoga also, for any useless use of the, for the society also, or even for anyone. ये हो गया. Remember, we have come to spiritual means we have crossed all of them. Once in a while we go and do, but not importance. Like when our satsangi used to come regularly. I was behind him such a long time. Samar could not. 3-4 months he came. Very close. Suddenly he stopped. अब 1 साल से दिख भी नहीं रहे. Caught up. He may be doing परमात्मा उनको चुने होंगे इसे मैं क्यों comment करूं? But we don't know. But at least he is not in the class. Thus much is sure. That much. उसमें खुद का चॉइस कितना है, खुद का भगवान का तो क्या कहते हैं कृपा कितना है, प्रारब्ध कितना है, ऑल दैट इज वेरी सब्जेक्टिव. दैट यू शुड नॉट आस्क, आई शुड नॉट टेल. इट इज इंटरनल. बट नॉट कमिंग टू क्लास, वो तो हो गए ना. अब जो क्लास ही नहीं आ रहा तो खुद घर में बैठ कर पढ़ने की महिमा है तो तथास्तु. दैट यू ऑल आल्सो कैन डू. Swami, it is better to study at home than your classes. Never we are stopping to come to class. We will study at home. I say तथास्तु. सब बंद करो कल से आना. If at all that is the case. If not, then the moment you go away from class, everybody in the world will give Pulmala too because you have done so much punya and they pull you definitely into the world, double definitely away from the God. And what the biggest Maya, at that time? You will say that ये भगवान की कृपा हो रही है, वही मेरे से सब करा रहे हैं, मैं भगवान के कारण ही सब कर रहा हूँ. कोई भगवान परमात्मा अपने आप को पाने के अलावा दूसरे काम में लगाते क्या? Once you know that reaching God alone gives mukti, will the God put any person in any path other than mukti? But you understand the Maya and the mind play this game. And they say स्वामी भगवान चाहते तो हमें सत्संग में लगातार रख सकते थे, उन्होंने मुझे वहां ढकेल दिया. These you are misusing your stupid intellect to justify your wrong decision. But that they don't accept because that ego is also there. What is the ego? Whatever I like to do, I do. I will justify it. I will not allow anybody to talk, even it is a guru, against it. दिस ऑल माया. अब ये सटल बातें बताऊं तो सब हमको बहुत लगेंगी, इसलिए हम बोलते नहीं ज्यादा. We only pray that everybody realizes it from within. These are the facts. This is how we get, at this level also the mind cheats us. Then such person, what he says, see Swamiji, how much seva I have done. My dear, you have done so much seva. For that you will get 3 Padma Bhushan, 5 Bharata Ratna, 10 Nobel Prize. But you have missed your own Atma Jnana Marga. What do you say about it? This is the meaning of nahi nahi rakshati dukrum karane. But do you understand it at that level? After these many years, now we understand what is the meaning of He Moodamate Govindam Bhaja, because Dukrum Karane Nahi Rakshati Sannite Kale Samprapte. वो तब समझ नहीं आएगा, इतना पढ़ने के बाद समझ में आएगा क्या भगवान शंकर वहां कह रहे हैं. And then after death, we will be taken to all Swarga Lokas. Oh, wonderful enjoyments are given. But remember that you will be thrown back to the earth at the same place. You are never in spiritual growth only. That is what more specific explanation about Mallakshanam imam kayam labdhva. See, if you take into this seriousness, how many depths and clarities come to us in our understanding. All of them are necessary to make our journey pakka, without any distractions or delays or reversals. Clear? Then what to do having gained this body? Madharmaha astitaha. Now the words used by Bhagavan Krishna also are so complete, so sweet. दोनों ने वो 2 ही शब्द यूज किया उन्होंने, उनमें सब कुछ है. First is Madharma. Madharma is only 3 things. One, I am the goal. Second is, you have to do the sadhanas to reach me, the goal. Third, those sadhanas I only told you in the Shastra. All these 3 called Mat Dharma. Not Hindi wala Mat. Sanskrit mein Mat Dharma. And this Madharma, first you understand. Then, second, what is equally important, Asthitaha. I told explain yesterday, Asamanta Sthitaha. In that, fully convinced and established that Paramatma alone is goal, fully convinced, established that I have to do the sadhana to reach goal. And third one is that sadhana as told to me by the Guru Shastra, as given by Bhagavan. That is called Asthitaha. Asthita means hilla nahi, like you sit in the aircraft, you put all the blood, that belt and all, you don't move. That is asthita. It's not take off and landing time. तो हिलना नहीं, सब बंद, बैठ जाओ बस. जिंदा है तो बाद में देखेंगे. मद्धर्म आस्थिता is not doing spiritual. इतना simple meaning नहीं लेना उसका. 2 words only used, but the clear thing what he intending we have to know. And 2 words only he will say, because he's not addressing you and me, irregular, insincere, non-spiritual, useless fellows. He's addressing Uddhava, who is at the highest level. For Uddhava, 2 words are enough. Madharma Astitha is so genius, genuine. But you and I need explanation. What do you mean of Madharma? Lord is the goal, life to be lived for spiritual sadhana, and sadhana is what is said by the Lord only in the Shastras. And in that, Asthita. Then this understanding should be strengthened by 2 more things which are not said there. What is that? That Asthitaha, establishment in the sadhana, should not be compromised with even once for any difficulties inner and outer. That should be our commitment. जो होगा बाद में देखेंगे, लेकिन अंदर से ही commitment नहीं है. If you are weak from within only and से पता नहीं हो सकता है कि नहीं कब होगा कि नहीं पता, जब रुक जाएगा तो मैं क्या करूं. अरे number 1 बेवकूफ, why are you weakening yourself? What is the meaning of Shurata? I have taken up the path, I am in the journey. I will, any unsurmountable obstacle comes, I will surmount it. With that commitment, we have to go. Not that in the beginning only thinking, जा तक जा सकते जाऊंगा, जो रुकना पड़ेगा रुक जाऊंगा. बेवकूफ है वो. You are already limiting your own abilities, possibilities. नहीं करना वो. That is the meaning of आस्थितः. Additional point. मरूंगा लेकिन छोड़ूंगा नहीं. सर कटा सकते लेकिन सर झुका सकते. Meaning is at this level that point is there. प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए means this one. I gave 3 steps of land to you, therefore 2 are covered by you. Put the third one on my head. That is called as Balidan. He never went back from his astha for any reason. That is the commitment of Prahlada. Ki whatever you say, I can't see anybody other than Narayana anywhere. That is the conviction where Nachiket says, let everything be yours. Taveva hatavanute gite. I to varastme varniya seva. I want only the truth. That is a reinforcement to this word called as आस्थितः. नहीं तो कुछ समय तक आस्थितः लगता है. Like you are with the guru for 3.5, 4, 5 years. सब ठीक है, आस्थितः लगता है. Suddenly some bimari, the murkhata, some ego, some bevakufi comes inside. Suddenly you leave the guru or shastra and satsang. Go back to the same place where you have started from. Like that CD and Samfala coming to lowest level. See, the asthita is not only established at every payment and cost. Last thing is what? Marunga lekin utunga nahi. That is what the great saint, the Buddha Bhagavan did. He sat under the Bodhi Vruksha. He said, I will realize or I will die. I will not get up from here. Karyam va sadhayami, shariram va patayami. I will achieve the enlightenment or I will die, but I will not get up from here. That was his commitment. This is what. Equally important is first one. What is the reinforcement to this Madharma? Already we understood Madharma means goal as Bhagwan and definitely involved only in sadhana. And what is sadhana is said only by Bhagwan again in the Shastra. What is the reinforcing thing? Anything other than that we will not do again with any type of payment, temptation. Like Nachiketa. So many temptations come in between. Like Hanumanji. Ashtasiddhi Navanidike Data. She said, either I don't want all their obstacles. Rama Rasayana tumhare paas. Very good. That is good for me. That Rama Rasayana tumhare paas is for Madharma Asthita Hanumanji. Ashtasiddhi Navanidhi is a temptation to him get distracted. Because if he has accepted them and starts using, he will never go near to Rama again. Because ये सिद्धियाँ यूज करने से व्यक्ति इतना बिजी होता है, वो भगवान को खुद भूलते हैं and दूसरों को बुलवाते हैं. Like there's some miracle swamis are there. They bring out so many things. Half of the people's attention is only on that, not on Bhagwan. There's not on Bhagwan only. क्या जादू होगा, क्या होगा, उनकी वही होती है दृष्टि. You justify it later on, that's how it starts. Later on, His grace will work on them. उस समय फैक्ट तो फैक्ट है ना, बात के बाद हम भी मानते हैं. But at that moment, that's why Gurudev never did anything except speaking on truth. Whether others listened or not, understood or not, committed or not, did sadha or not, मैं तो like ना सच ही कहूँगा, सच के सिवा सुख नहीं, कुछ नहीं. गीता पे प्रमाण करके हम जो कोर्ट में कहते हैं लोग, गुरुदेव गीता को ही लिया कि मैं गीता और उपनिषद के अलावा कुछ नहीं करूँगा, कुछ नहीं कहूँगा. That is why whoever come to him ultimately become seekers, whether they reach or not, and no other distraction for them. From his side, they get distracted because they taste every Mahatma, everybody, whoever comes in the town, they go and meet, and temporarily they get inspired and they hold on to them, they leave them. ये तो नाटक चलता रहता है. Immature people, that's different. So Madharma also includes a firm commitment that come what may. As a temptation, I am not going to yield to that. Objectively, it is a love, respect, reverence, etc. from the world and society. Subjectively, the justifications मैंने बहुत कर लिया, थोड़ा रेस्ट लेता हूँ, मैं थोड़ा सो जाऊंगा या कल करूंगा. These are all the inner temptations. मैं थक जाऊंगा. Some of each of us have some justification. Some are justifiable justifications, some are getting cheated by the manav. That is very subjective. In that we don't enter. We only give the thought and tell you what are the reasons for which you are missing the class. Is it genuine? Is it not? And I will give my own point to you for your sake because I love you so much. If you are genuine, it will not be like that you have taken permission from me and missed that class for all the life. You take permission, yet whenever it is convenient, if you attend, then you are genuine. This is how I give you an idea. कोई देते नहीं, मैं दे रहा हूँ आपको गुरु लोग कैसे असेस करते हैं हमारी जेन्युइनिटी को. The subjective problems when they come, whether we are really having problem or that is only justification. Like some people take permission and totally they are absent. Permission is given whenever it is inconvenient for you, not that you take it a license and do something else that time. That is one of the test time. Like that, so many. The main point is madharmaha astita. So labdva mallakshanamyamam kayam labdva madharmaha astitaha. This is how what is meant by Krishna. If you want to detailedly understand what is said by him, then what will happen when you do these two things? Recognize the possibility, opportunity as a human life and using it for only establishing in the sadhana to reach the God. You will reach naturally. When you have taken the flight to Delhi, you will reach Delhi. When you take a train to, you will reach. No? तो आप मध्यर्म आस्तुत किया तो मुझे you will reach me. And what is me? There three beautiful things are said. Anandam, Paramatmanam, Atmastham. Anandam. Now, Anandam is, all of us think every pleasure, every happiness is Anandam. No. Here the Ananda is ha-oo, Ananda of the Taittiriya Upanishad. Which is so great that such Ananda is never felt in any other occasion. Even the Brahmaloka में भी वो आनंद नहीं है, वैसा रहेगा वो आनंद. That is conscious Ananda. That is effortless Ananda. That is unconditional Ananda. That is infinite Ananda. That is never reducing Ananda. That's a permanent Ananda. These many things we have to add. Krishna Bhagavan says Anandam. Uddhava understands which Ananda is talking about. You and I don't know because you're not at the level of Uddhava. Therefore, we are to be told. Otherwise, we'll think आनंद मतलब जॉइंट व्हील में घूमने का होता है. ऐसा है क्या आनंद? या क्रूज शिप में जो नया आया है उसमें घूमने का आनंद ऐसा होता है क्या? ना, this is this type of आनंद. From where yadgatva anivartante, there is no reverting back to dukkha sthiti again. Only in the Brahma Ananda, there is no reversal. In any other Ananda, it is not Ananda first of all, it is Sukha. You come back only. Nidra Ananda, not permanent. Vishayananda, not permanent. Mitra Ananda, not permanent. Or Bandhu Ananda, not permanent. Anything pass. Not the Brahmananda. It is continuous. Beautiful. That you will get. And this Ananda is where and who is it? Paramatmanam. That Ananda is from the Supreme Self in you. Which is the Supreme Self of Paramatma beyond that Panchakoshas. Clear? Feel that. Okay, there are Panchakoshas in me with which I am identified, called as Jiva, and I was trying to eke out Sukha from them so far. This Anandam is Paramatma, beyond the Panchakosha. Or as from the standpoint of the three avasthas, it is not Vishwatesa Prajna Ananda or Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Ananda, it is Turiya Ananda or Turiya Ananda. That is called as Paramatmanam, Supreme Self. Here Parama also means what? The self of the real self, first of all, in me, not the pseudo or imagined self. Second is Paramatmana means which is the self in all. परमात्मा उनको कहते हैं जो सब आत्माओं के आत्मा है और उनसे बढ़कर कोई दूसरा आत्मा नहीं है. अदरवाइज देयर इज बढ़कर आत्मा है, Like when Deha is there as Atma, but for the Deha, there the Indriyas are Atma. For Indriyas, the Mana is Atma. For Mana, the Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara are Atma. For Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, the Chaitanya Atma is Atma. For that, there is no further Atma. That's called the Parama Atma, Supreme Self. Paramatmanam. So, from the standpoint of the avasthas, this is Turiya Avastha. From the standpoint of the Vishwajagrat, the Vishwatesa Prajna, again it is Chaturtha Paramapurusha. From the Panchakoshas, Koshatita, that is called a Paramatma. From the Gunatraya Drushti, it is Gunatita Ananda. That is called a Paramatma. And where is it to be found? Searched kaha jaye? Atmastham. No, यही शब्द यूज करना पड़ता है जो ये झूठ है. इट इज नॉट आत्मस्थम. इज देखो किचन में वो डब्बा है ना, डब्बा के अंदर है. लाइक मॉर्निंग ऑल्सो विसा इन तैत्तिरीय भाष्य कि त्वयि परब्रह्म तिष्ठति. इट इज सेड, ओंकार को बताते हुए त्वयि ब्रह्म तिष्ठति. फर्स्ट इट सेड उपलब्धि अधिष्ठान, रिमेंबर. देन इट सेड प्रतीक. देन इट सेड त्वयि तिष्ठति. त्वयि तिष्ठति looks like in the sheath, the sword, in the specs box, the specs. Therefore, in you, the Omkara Parabrahma is there. It looks like the Omkara is a container, Brahma is content too. No, it is not that container-content revelation. Then the container is gone. Content Parabrahma only is appearing both as container and content. Wo wala. Same here also. Atmastham doesn't mean inside the Atma, of which you have to open the potli. No. Atmastham means Atma Rupena Sthita. The self alone, not inside the self. Though the word is used as inside the self. In your own self. Not in the not self. See the three words, Anandam, Paramatmanam, Atmastham. This itself is in the Bhakti Bhasha, Mama, me, the Lord Krishna, or Narayana, or Shiva, or Mata Rani, or going to their loka, step by step merging in that Paramatma. वो कुछ भी आप भाषा में कहो, वो ये एक ही है, माम समुपैति. That माम समुपैति means what? They reach me means what? In the Atma, as a Parama Atma, as a Ananda Sarupa, is seated the real Lord Krishna, whom we are worshipping outside. That is why Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha, then Tapatre Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha, then Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Sri Krishnaya Namaha, but most important is Satchidananda Rupaya, then Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatre Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Namaha. The Sri Krishna outside is only a beginning. The final Krishna is Satchidananda Atma. Understood? Real Krishna, that's what he is teaching Uddhava. Na? You find me, the Krishna, in your heart as your Atma. Then only you and I are one and permanently one. Otherwise, you and I cannot be one. We are two. Two cannot be permanently together. Tum chale Badri, mai chale Vaikunt. Mai chala. Is it not? And if you just look from little distance, zoom karke dur se, the shloka is so complete. In love, in advice, in guidance, in order, सब इसमें है. Bhagavan telling us lovingly, he is guiding also, he is advising also, he is ordering also. All of them are there in one shloka. Malakshanamemam kayam labdva madharma astitah anandam paramatmanam atmastamam samyak upaiti. So it is an order, it is a suggestion, it is an advice, it is a guidance, it's a blessing. सब है इसमें. And जानना इतना ही है. That's why these few shlokas of the last chapters, the last few ones, and these are so important that you have to very deeply pause there and catch the essence. Now, this is called Adhyayanam, where every word we have analyzed and try to understand it from all angles to come to the correct understanding and conviction. And this should lead us to the next thing is what? Therefore, before the body dies, I'll put all my efforts only to know the self or the Lord or the truth. Other than that, nothing I will do. This is what in connection with what we said in the introduction. That coming to the satsanga or study of Shastra itself is a better than other people, because we have a chance to assess whether we are living life correctly for purpose or not. Then second, third, fourth, जो इंट्रोडक्शन में बताया उसका इससे इस तरह से संबंध है. वैसे तो हमने ऐसे सोचकर नहीं बोला, बट दैट दिस हैव गॉट टुगेदर. Every cinema has its own nichod essence. Every experience in life has a nichod essence. In the same way, the essence of spirituality is this one shloka. Nichod, take home point. Like the nichod of visiting a hotel is what? Contented. You have eaten well, you paid money, that was okay for you, you never thought more, then happily you are coming home. Nichod. Is it not? Here is that one. Lakshanam yam kayam labdva dharma astitah ananda paramatmanam atmastam mam samyak upaiti. Clear? Now, the second shloka, though we studied yesterday, I know that, but I felt like once more repeat so that more depth comes, more clarity comes, remains more in the surface of our heart or depth of the heart. गुणमय्या जीवयोन्या विमुक्तः ज्ञाननिष्ठया गुणेषु मायामात्रेषु दृश्यमानेषु वर्तमानपि अवस्तुतः न पुमान् युज्यते अवस्तुभिर्गुणैः. मैं तो समझ गया. It is so sweet, this explanation. The Sanskrit Bhasha, little till Shastra understood, that much also if we gain, we are so lucky. More than that, if you study, then you become Sanskrit Pandit and grammarian, more than spirituality. Such grammarians, when they listen to any of the Gurudev's lectures or anything, he will only the grammar aspect of what is spoken, not the tattva. संस्कृत थोड़ा भी नहीं आता तो वो प्रॉब्लम है, ज्यादा आता है तो ये प्रॉब्लम है. सेम गाना भी, थोड़ा भी नहीं आता गाना तो यू कैन नेवर सिंग द ग्लोरी ऑफ गॉड. ज्यादा आ जाता है तो देन यू सिंग योर ग्लोरी थ्रू द गॉड सॉन्ग, नॉट भगवान्स ग्लोरी. And that is why little of Gana we know, we are intelligent. See, we sing only glory of God. Therefore, nobody will blame us because it is a Gana on Bhagwan. अच्छा हो या ना हो, अच्छा ही करना ही पड़ेगा, कहना ही पड़ेगा लोगों को. So, Sanskrit, if you know, I don't know. I know only 3%. That gives such a joy. We are not studying the Paniniya Vyakarana or Patanjala Vyakarana and all that, going into all that. You will mind only on that. Like चेस खेलने वाला दिमाग चेस में रहता है, क्रिकेट वाला क्रिकेट में रहता है. इस तरह ग्रामरियन का नहीं रक्षित डुक्रुंग करने ऐसे रहता है. हमको हर एक चीज से जितना यूज साधना के लिए होना है उतना करके फिर उससे बचना है. You understand? ज्यादा फंसोगे तो फंसे आएगा वो भी. Everything. Is it like Shastra Adhenam? You have to get convinced of the goal and means. Up to that only Shastra. If you exceeds that, then Shastra again becomes a burden that you want to tell everyone. They are not interested to listen. Even if they listen, you become famous Shastri. You become Shastragna but not Atmagna. The goal is Atmagna Manna. Shastragna nahi. No, very intelligent. That's why so many Shastras in Hinduism that nobody can satisfactorily say कि मैं सारे शास्त्र पढ़ा हूँ. Such person will realize सारा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. 2 पढ़ के शास्त्रज्ञ के बाद आत्मज्ञ बनो. Purpose is to become आत्मज्ञ, not शास्त्रज्ञ. By the way, example. So this second shloka is so beautiful. I will tell in a flow. And you will definitely catch it because you are so attentive now. Nowadays ज़्यादा attentive हो गए आप, पता नहीं क्या प्रॉब्लम है. बच्चों के स्कूल खुल गए, आपके भी खुल गए होंगे. So he says कि ज्ञान निष्ठया, by establishing in the anubhava of the atma, that's called jnana nishtha. Jnana is atma jnana. Atma jnana, brahma jnana means what? Other than atma or brahma, there is no other thing. That's called Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana. Nishtha means establishing in that, in experience, that Atman, that Brahma, other than which there is nothing, that is me. That is called a Jnana Nishtha. Whenever you listen Jnana Nishtha, understand it is Atma Jnana or Brahma Jnana Nishtha. What is Atma Jnana and Brahma Jnana? There is no thing other than Atma or Brahma. Anything is there only mithya. It is imagination. It is projection. It is superimposition. Why it has come? The two reasons. One, the Atma is not known. Second, then the Maya comes into function. This creates the entire world. Then the more you give chance to Maya, the more it gives us the feeling that it is real, it is obtainable. You have to put effort for that. You gain it, and it will so much actualize as if you are really enjoying the object, forgetting that the Ananda is coming from the self. इतना फंसाता है वो माया, चांस देते जाओ. That's what is the Urvashi and Pururava story. He gave her chance. उन्होंने इतना फंसा है उसको, एक दिन बाय करके चली गई. Because she came with the decision that she will live. He never had that decision that she will live. Then he ran behind her. So dukha. He Maya कहते. I'll explain that. This chapter I am telling you, 1 month we will study. चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए. The 35 shlokas. So, Jnana-nishtaya, Brahma-jnana-nishtaya, Aham Brahma iti Anubhava-jnana-nishtaya, Brahmana bhinnam kimapi na asti iti nishtaya. Like morning class in Vedanta Dindima. Only two things if you know. Brahma Satyam, Rupanama, Sachidananda Satyatve, Rupanama Mithyatve, Kim Anyad Nyayam Avashishyate. See, Telugu people, do you remember something we studied? 1 or 2 are coming, Vichare. They are also coming for my sake, for recording. That also I know. I am giving them freedom. If that is your case, don't come. No need of recording at all. Stop. Don't oblige. Spirituality is not obligation. But beautiful sloka. Connection is this. Jnana-nishtaya. What will happen the Jnana-nishtha? What is the test for it? Gunamaya jiva-yonya vimuktaha. It is such an experience of liberation from the Jiva Bhava, because in the Atma Jnana Nishtha, Maya Krita 3 gunas are gone. Clear? Through the above said Madharma Asthita Sadhana, when one reaches to Jnana Nishtha, it is tested or found in what? Gunamaya Jiva Yonya Vimukta. It's an experience. I am no more a Jiva bound by the 3 gunas. I am Gunatita Brahma. That's called Jnana-nishtha. This is achieved. So Jnana-nishtaya Gunamaya Jivayonya Vimuktaha. Then will he die immediately after getting Jnana-nishtha, or will he continue to live? He will live in the same upadhi. But what is the difference? That is the 3rd and 4th line, which very quietly, calm mind से हमको प्रयत्न करना है सुन के समझने का. It's a very flow, a beautiful flow, Bhagavan. He was in such a mood at this time, he just gave the flow. We have to pause and understand every point. In the 3rd line, what he says is, Guneshu Maya Matreshu Drushyamaneshu Avastutaha Vartamana Api Puman Nayujjate Avastubhi Gunaihi. Is a one flow of full sentence only. First sentence is, first word we have to understand is Vartamana api. Vartamana means Vyavahar karte hue bhi. Though he is involving in the world like he was involving earlier, like others also were involving. In what he was involving? Drushyamaneshu. The world of things which are seen. So one sentence is, after Jnana-nishtha, even though he is freed from the Jiva Bhava, because the gunas are transcended, yet Drushyamaneshu Vartamana, he will be involving in the Drushya Jagat, like when he was in the ignorance sthiti, like others are there now. Yet, what is the difference between him and us? He has got the Atma Jnana, no? Farak kya hai? These are the 2 points. One is what? Maya Matreshu Guneshu Avastutaha. All the vastus which he is contacting, he knows they are not vastu, they are avastu. Why? They are projection of the guna. Out of what? Maya. That is what his conviction, which we don't have, the ignorant people. For us, it's not Maya, it is real for us. For him, he knows it is Maya with its Trigunatmakata. It is projecting all the vastus in front of me in which I am involving. Now, what the main word is there? It's Maya. What is Maya? Not there but appearing. Not there but appearing. Okay, the Atmanishta jinko nahi hai, they take that appearance as real. Those who have got the reality experience of the self, they see it, but they know that it is not real, it is appearance. The difference between the one who has seen the Viraj water as it is not real because he saw the real sand, and the one who has not seen the sand, he takes it as real. He takes the appearance as real. For him also it appears, but he knows it is not real. Because his mind is freed from the Maya because he had the darshan of the truth. Truth that it is only a sand there. In that mirage water example. सो टू ऊपर ये दोनों मिल गए ना, वन इज ज्ञान निष्ठया हो गया, उससे पहले मत धर्म आस्थित इन द ज्ञान निष्ठा ब्रह्म ज्ञान आत्म ज्ञान और ब्रह्म ज्ञान आत्म ज्ञान अदर देन ब्रह्मन एंड आत्मन देयर इज नो थिंग दैट इज देयर, एनीथिंग इज देयर, इट इज ओनली माया. देयरफॉर दृश्यमानेषु वर्तमान अपि avastutah means he will not take them as vastava. Why? He understands, he knows that they are born out of the gunas or created or imagined of gunas. Gunas are expressed out of the Maya. So what is the difference between Baddha and Mukta Purusha? In both of them, the Maya with its expression of the Vastus will continue. For an Ajnani, that is real. For a Jnani, it is unreal. So coffee given to both Ajnani Jnani. For Ajnani, coffee is real, genuine, enjoys. For a Jnani, he will enjoy the coffee, but he knows it is unreal. Here the Drushya Vastu, the coffee, the experiencer, me, the experiencing contact of coffee on the tongue, he knows all of them in reality are not there. In that reality is established. That is called as Jnana Nishtaya. To a Jnani, Brahmajnani also, when he comes and expresses at the Upadhi level and puts the coffee on the tongue, उनको भी वही टेस्ट होगा जो दूसरों को हो रहा है. उपाधि में प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But for him, he has got the touch of ज्ञान अनुभव. तत्व का सत्य का उनको पता चला, इनको नहीं चला. इनको तत्व पता चलने के कारण he knows all that is मिथ्या, माया. उनको नहीं पता था तत्व, therefore he thinks this is the real. This is the difference. Therefore, avastuta. Why? Maya matreshu guneshu. Guneshu maya matreshu. Though they are drishyamanaha, though he is vartamana in them, yet he knows them as avastu because they are maya matra guneshu. Therefore, what is the result of it? Most important is na yujyate. You will not get entangled in them. So therefore, what is the mukti? Not running away from this world, not destroying the world. Living in the same world, but not getting touched by. Not getting touched by is in the beginning an effort. But for an Atma Jnani, it is not an effort because he is established in the self. Remember, at any period of the time, the not self is never touched to the self to impurify it or bind it. The snake can never bind the rope because they are of different reality. Rope is real, snake is imaginary. How can the imaginary can touch or bind the rope? The ignorance of rope of ours is the one which is creating the snake. Otherwise वो है ही नहीं और है तो भी वो मिथ्या है और मिथ्या सत्य को कैसा कवर करेगा? You understand what is the meaning of nayujyate? Not attached or entangled. Is not attached, entangled is not effortful there. It is effortless for him because he is in the experience of the self. How can the reality, the self, be touched by the unreal imaginary world? That's how they live in the world. That is the meaning of asangoham, 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 punah punah. Question, क्यों? कितना मेहनत कर रहे हो उसके लिए आप? No मेहनत. Only one realization. What is that? सच्चिदानंद रूपोहम अहमेव अहम अव्ययः. I am सच्चिदानंद में हूं मैं इतना कि anything cannot have the sanga to me. Like the dream experiences will not have attachment in the waking because different planes they are. Why? That is the meaning of nayujyate. Why? That's what it said. Avastubihi gunaihi. Yeah, these vastus which are seen because of the guna are avastu because gunas are coming from Maya. Maya is tentative. Maya is there when you are in the world, but in Paramatma it is not there. And this person is already in Paramatma, now called Jnananishta. Now where is Maya? Now where are the gunas? Therefore, because they are avastu, therefore it will not yujyate. Now, upar bhi yahi shabd use kiya avastuta. That avastuta means when he is living in the world, he knows they are not real. He knows that they are not real. They are made of triguna. Triguna are made in Maya. Now, second point is what? Why the second time the avastu word is used? That involvement of him will not make him attached to it, or those things will not attach to him, because avastu bir guna hi, because they are not there. They belong to guna. Gunas and Maya never touches Paramatma. That is the meaning of Paramatma is Aja, Ajara, Avyaya, Avinashi. You try to catch this point. माया परमात्मा को टच नहीं करता, कर ही नहीं सकता. करता होता तो then परमात्मा long back has become something else. Then nobody will get परमात्मा, क्योंकि है ही नहीं परमात्मा. वो बदल गया because of माया. माया के चक्कर में आ गया. It is Jiva who is in the influence of Maya. That Jiva, when he pursues Paramatma, he reaches Paramatma, then Maya will not touch him. He is Muktanam. That person's Lakshanas are explained here in this sloka. And when you are very attentively listening, carefully listening, see that understanding in dawning in us. This is the blessings of God and Guru ultimate, which you are seeking by being sincere. Now, once this knowledge becomes ours, this practice becomes ours, this experience becomes ours, then there is no Uddhava listening, there is Krishna teaching. It is we only, we are that. It is me who is established my own Atmajnananishta, after which, even though I am involving in the Drishyamaneshu Varta Vyavahareshu or Drishyamaneshu Vartamana happy, I know they are unreal avastu because they are all out of guna, gunas are out of Maya. I have transcended the Maya. And how much ever I seem like involving, that will not touch me, because how can the unreal touch the real? How can the snake touch the? Once you have understood it is not a snake, it is a rope. थोड़ा उस स्नेक के कुछ मार्क्स या कुछ धब्बे रोप पे दिखेंगे क्या? आई तो अंडरस्टूड दैट इज ओनली मिराज वाटर, देयर इज नो रियल वाटर, फिर भी थोड़ा गीला है जमीन. होता है क्या? Still, yes, I understood it is not mirage water, not real, but still some water must be there. It is impossible because mithya and unreal can never touch the real. Therefore, drishyamaneshu avastubhi gunaihi na yujyate puman. Therefore, Jivan Mukti is experienced by him. Jivan Mukta expresses in this world like this, untouched. And this I can have 100 quotations to give you from every of our Gita and Upanishads and all of that. It will consume lot of time. Like Puja Gurudev, best for us, we remember him every day in this way at least. He is in the world conducting so many things. Do you mean to say he's caught up? In that, nothing touched him. He is beyond all that only. But he acted as if he is so much involved in all these prakriya actions. Vigorously, rigorously. In fact, while inspiring us, he cheated us also. Inspiration is he was working, we also should work. Cheating is what? Cheating is not negative sense. He, as if he is caught in that, he acted, but he is always away other than beyond it. He is a Brahmagnani, will identify with any samstha, any people, any members, any activities. And what became samstha in the entire cosmos or universe? It is this much only. Anything for that matter. A Brahmagnani will not be caught up by Srushtisthitilaya only. How can he be caught up by something which he does or happened through him? But he acted it way to inspire us. But he is never touched. There is no success or failure in those Mahatmas' life. There is only expression of divinity. There is only performance. There is only allowing the divine to do his Leela. There are no losses, there are no gains, there are no achievement, non-achievements. Khel bhaiya. Just like Paramatma. He is not successful or a failure when he does a creation or maintenance or dissolution. At the time of maintenance, when Bhayankara Rakshasa are born, he is not a failure. And when he takes avatar and kills them, it is not a success. All of them are us for our jivas, we jivas, not for him. Because none of that is real to him. He is in his own established self. It's a beautiful thing. ये तुरंत आएगा नहीं समझ में, though we explained, it will take time. Slowly it will be dawn in us. Now, this is being done. Therefore, now from the beginning or scratch, what sadhana we have to do, what cares we have to take, he starts guiding us from this verse number 3. Sangam na kuryada satam शिष्णोदर त्रुपाम क्वचितो तस्यानुगः तमसि अंधे पतति अंध अनुग अंधवतो। यहाँ से लेकर बढ़िया नया थीसिस हमको बताएंगे. विल जेन्युइनली थरोली स्टडी इट फ्रॉम टुमारो. ओके, हरि ओम. Thank you for your kindness, compassion, to have all the patience to listen. Very good you are all. I really wholeheartedly pray for you, as ever done. Home. Now let's enter to Valmiki Ramayana sometime.